Hey everyone, this is Colin at Target Sports, your pro shop for shooters and hunters. So I did previously a video on how do I get my New York State pistol permit, and I had some really good feedback from that video. A lot of my students actually watched that video, and then rather than call me on the phone and ask me questions all the time, they can just watch that video again, which was pretty helpful for me. So another question that I had or a suggestion would be, how do I add handguns to my existing pistol permit? So that was pretty solid. So in Schenectady County, which is typically where we teach here, it's very, very easy. So you'll come to the gun shop, you'll pick out the gun of your dreams, you can lay a deposit on it, or you can just pay for the whole thing outright. And we write up a receipt. So the receipt has our letterhead. It has your pistol permit number, your phone number, your address, your name, blah, blah, blah. If you're going to co-own that gun with somebody in the family, you're going to put their name, their pistol permit number also. So in Schenectady County, they encourage you to co-own with someone in your family. They have to be a family member, and they need to be within the same county themselves. Why do we like that? Well, one, because it gives us a little bit more leeway as to going to the range and sharing guns and having fun as a family. Two, if something was to happen to us, again, we want to be able to secure that investment and have those guns stay within the family or the home. So if you do not have that gun co-owned or co-registered with somebody, law enforcement can and will come and collect that gun after a 15-day period. So co-owning, co-registering is great because it just allows you more flexibility with what to do with those guns in the event of an emergency. And it's just more fun to have everyone, one, safety trained, and two, involved in the shooting sports. Okay, so writing up the receipt. You're going to have your name, your information, your pistol permit number, etc., make, model, caliber, serial number, and style of the firearm. So again, they don't require that it's paid in full. It's not a big deal there. We don't even have to put a price down if it's something that you're concerned with. But you're then going to call Schenectady County, and the number for the county is on the back of your pistol permit. If you don't know that, look at the back, and it's going to have the county number right there. So you're going to call. Most likely, you're going to leave a message, and you're going to just leave them your name and your pistol permit and what you want to do, and they'll call you back, hopefully sooner than later. And then you're going to talk to somebody on the phone. They've got a couple people down there, and they're going to take the information from you at that time. They'll tell you when to come down and get that gun added, and they pretty much handle everything on their end, which is nice. So you show up with $3. That's going to update the card. You have to sign 2 sheets of paper that say I have not been arrested and I have not been crazy or anything along those lines. So basically, you're just going to check those boxes that no, I have not been incarcerated, and no, I'm not going through mental illness. And then they're going to make sure that the serial numbers match on your receipt and on the cards that they're going to give you. And then you're basically going to, have a nice day. They're going to give you a coupon. The coupon is something that I at the gun shop retain. That allows me to then release the gun to you after doing the 4473 background check. So something that people don't know. We encourage you to buy as many handguns as possible, obviously, right? Because we're a gun shop. There is no limit as to the handgun quantity that you can have now in Schenectady County. At one time, there was a limit of 4. At this point, there is no limit. So we've got customers that have 1, and I've got customers that have many. So if you're going to be buying more than 1 handgun per purchase, which is sometimes something that happens, which we like, there is an additional bit of paperwork that has to get done on the gun dealer's part. So that is called a multiple handgun form, and that gets sent to the ATF, and it also gets sent to, in our case, Glenville PD. And it basically lets everyone know that you're buying more than 1 handgun at a time. And I honestly don't know the rationale behind that, because you could buy as many long guns as you want, and there's no extra information given there. But there is extra information provided to the ATF and to the local PD. It's called the multiple handgun sale. So if you are, looking at purchasing handguns, if you buy more handguns within a 5-day period, 1 or more handguns within a 5-day period, that form has to get done. If you buy 2 handguns at one time, that form has to get done. So just that's something that you probably didn't know. So if you're buying guns and having them added to permits in Saratoga County, which we're right on the line, basically same thing. We're going to write up a receipt. We're going to hand that to you. And then you're going to, at home, you're going to go to the Saratoga County website, and you're going to download their amendment form. And you're then going to fill out the amendment form, make, model, caliber, serial number, and style, your name and address and everything. You bought the gun from Target Sports or whichever gun dealer, and then you're going to drop that off the sheriff's department. They're going to forward it on to the judge. The judge there in Saratoga will sign it. Typically, it takes about a week, which is good. And then they'll mail you that coupon in the mail. So in Schenectady County, the coupon's white. In Saratoga, the coupon, I believe, is yellow. And then again, you can come down to the shop and you can pick it up after doing the 4473 background check, and you're good to go. In Albany County, which we also deal with, Albany County is a little bit different because there's numerous judges that handle that. So it kind of depends on which judge you get, depending on how much time it may take. Similar deal, you'll put a deposit on a gun, you'll take that receipt down, you'll have the amendment form filled out, and you'll drop that off, and then the judge will sign it and send it back. Schoharie County is pretty awesome. And there's a few other counties like this, but they tend to be more north. And Schoharie County is wicked. So if I buy a gun, I write it or whoever would write it the receipt, give it to me, and I just drive down to Schoharie County, go right into the county clerk office, give it to the person behind the counter. They'll do everything for me right there, no appointment needed, and then they'll give me that coupon, and I can come right back to the gun shop, and I can do the 4473 background check that day. So literally, the longest part of that whole process is going from whichever dealer to Schoharie, and then from Schoharie back. But it's a beautiful drive, so that's pretty cool for them. Okay, so I hope that answered some questions on how do I add existing guns to my permit. So selling guns, if I sell a gun to a gun shop, if I sell a gun to a friend, everything has to go through a dealer. There's no private sales anymore. And it's the same kind of deal. So if you're removing a gun, the removal of the gun would be added to a receipt. You're going to call the county clerk. You're going to make that appointment. And then they're going to remove that gun from your card. $3 gets that new card to you without that gun on it. And then you're pretty much good to go. So, yeah, sweet. Any questions? Leave them in the comments below. Stop by and see us. Again, this is Colin at Target Sports. Shoot straight.